Today's sponsor is again PUBG Merch Store. We are now running a 15% off coupon, so if you go to tiny.cc/PUBG merch and enter the promo code Moses, you will get 15% off all your purchases. In addition, we are going to be giving away a copy of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for PC, as well as this limited edition Superfly Banana Man outfit. So tweet at me at WTFMoses with a receipt from the PUBG Merch Store or a picture of you wearing a hat or something, and you'll be entered to win. So again, at WTF Moses, and thank you to the PUBG Merch Store. Pretty sure there's a guy in here now as well. Oh God, I'm dead. Oh God. Potato. Keep shooting, bro. You're gonna run out of bullets eventually. Oh yeah, now you're in trouble. You messed that up, didn't you? Didn't you? Hey y'all, Moses here. The patch is on the test server, and I had the opportunity to play it for a few hours today, and let me say it was a lot of fun. Now, there's going to be a lot of different footage coming up, but let me give you the quick hits that I'm sure you're interested in. The Mini 14 is sick. That's the only way I can put it. I think it fits perfectly in the game. It doesn't feel too overpowered, but it definitely feels powerful. It is a very high velocity DMR, but it has very, very good handling. It handles quite well. It reminds me of, I guess, really a M16, I suppose. It like the bullet velocity feels faster, and I believe it is. But the M14 is definitely going to take some of the market share away from people who use the M16 as their primary long-range alternative. It does the same damage, at least as far as I can tell, as the other 5.56 rifles, so 41 damage per shot, reduced, of course, by armor. But the muzzle velocity and the recoil control are awesome. It feels really, really good. So I'm happy to see something come into the game that doesn't feel underpowered like the VSS or unattainable like the Mark 18. So fair warning, I need you to know I think I might have already done it, but the Mini 14 is what I'm referencing. I'm calling it the M14. I know, I can feel it coming. Just chill, okay? It's PUBG M14. It's just easy. It's better than saying Mini. It's the M14 now, okay? I get it. You're upset, but let's just move on. So beyond that, some of the other changes. The one thing that really stood out to me and something that I'm really looking forward to playing more with is the grenade changes. The grenade changes, especially with the flashbang, are so fun. I cannot express to you how enjoyable it is to prime a flashbang and then toss it directly into the face of your teammates. It is so, it's like, listen, it was the test server. You can't hold it against me, but they have a lot higher velocity now. Like, you chuck those things and they go fast. So I had a couple opportunities to use it in a tactical way, outside of trolling my duos partner, but yeah, I mean, it shatters a window, it will blind you, and the priming mechanism feels awesome. Now, I haven't had a chance to play with the regular grenades, but I've been close to a few that blow up, and they will mess your day up, my man. It's crazy how much more damage they do, and the radius that they are effective in now. If you are anywhere near a grenade, you are dead. So I'm not sure if that was a little excessive, but I haven't had enough time to really play around with it. So yeah, as far as the new weather is concerned, it's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, it's foggy. The visibility is limited to a maximum, and I mean maximum, of 100 meters. You can't see anything beyond that. And movement is hard to detect. It's all the features that you would expect from a fog map. So the only thing that I don't like about it, and I don't really like rain or other weather effects. I prefer clear days, and I'm kind of biased. The only thing I don't like is that it has this creepy, like, foghorn kind of rolling around in the background, like a spooky, you know, like it reminded people of Silent Hill. That's all I can really describe it as, just this weird, like, ambient So I don't know if that's necessary, but I guess it adds to the experience of being in fog. So not only can't you hear, but sometimes it sounds like there's static in your headphones, or you're about to be spooked by a ghost. I don't know. Either way, it's new weather. It's new. I'm happy. Let's move on. So I did have an opportunity to jump up to the new town in Stalber. And on top of that, there is more structures around Stalber ruins as well. There seems to be like some military looking like garages and a couple of cabins and stuff. So there's a lot more lootable buildings up by Stalber. It definitely looks like the devs are trying to push people into that area as far as a lootable area, viable area is concerned. So I guess it'll make those circles a little bit less tough to deal with, but the new town is laid out similar to Zarki, you know, like a two-tiered, one upper, one lower kind of town, except it's more long than wide. So it plays pretty fun. There's some clips of me running around in there murdering people with the M14. So yeah, I don't really know what other changes they've made to the map, but if they're doing little changes like that to Stalber, I imagine there's more to see out there as well that they didn't really tell us about. Something else you might be interested in is that on Reddit, someone discovered that you can now do a hold to ADS change, I guess, to the INI settings. So you can find the INI settings in your local app data. You can go to the TSL game folder. I'm not going to show you. I'm not showing you how to do this. It's easy to do. Just go to your game settings INI and change your ADS. Your ADS option from toggle to hold, and it will actually work. I'll link the post in Reddit. Okay, so I'll do that, and you guys can check it out. However, fair warning, I tried it. It's not great. It's pretty slow. And it feels super weird. I've put like 430 hours into toggle. I don't think even maybe when they implement it better, I'll try it out. But right now, it's considerably slower to hold to ADS than it is to click into ADS. So you can try it if you want, but I think it leaves something to be desired right now. But that's fine. It's not actually in the game. You have to mess around with your INI to get it. Oh, second thing. So the crouch jump bind. If you have already made the bind in live, it will not erase it in the test server. So I don't want to make too much noise about this, but I think if you just leave your settings saved as they are with the crouch jump bind, it won't overwrite it and it still works. So hopefully that continues, because it's a crutch now. I'm too bad. I'm like all the people saying, why don't you just use 2 buttons? Well, I don't want to. Okay, I want to use 1 button. 1 button is considerably easier. And I don't want to let that go. So until they actually forcibly reset the user settings, I backed them up, Bluehole, you'll never find them. Then I guess we're going to continue to be able to use the crouch jump bind. So all in all, the patch has played pretty well. I did notice a bit of lag on the test server, just pure latency. I imagine that has something to do with the amount of people probably trying to play on it. This feels like a very popular patch with a lot of new content. I don't really know what else really stuck out to me. The leaning animations definitely feel better. The lean gets a little bit more vision. You don't have to expose as much of your body, I don't think, but all in all, the leaning definitely feels better. The sprint to cancel integrates nicely. I'm not gonna miss getting stuck in lean animations. That was pretty frustrating as a person who recently switched to toggle to lean. So other than that, the general vibe feels pretty good. I think that some of the animations have been changed, and that makes the experience a little bit smoother. The Kar98 downscope animation in the 4X feels a lot smoother. There is a little bit of a kind of jolt when you jump now. You know, bunny hopping doesn't feel quite as deathmatchy. The camera shakes around a little bit. And all in all, the animations definitely feel smoother. I feel like I'm moving through the map a little bit better, as well as the motorcycle physics feel changed, but I think it just kind of changed the way it interacts with the map. So you feel a little bit lower to the ground, a little faster. It handles roughly the same, doesn't seem any more deadly, so that's a plus. But yeah, overall, I think they've made some really positive changes. Now, what do I think should kind of be changed in this patch before it goes to live? I don't really know if the Mini 14 M14 is going to keep the spawn rate it has now. Something tells me that they are pushing it heavily on the test server to get lots of data to see how it affects the game. I didn't see many more SKS or Kar98s than I normally would. I actually saw very few. So I'm going to imagine that those 3 weapons are going to populate the same loot table, And I would imagine that the M14 or the Mini 14 is going to be the most prevalent sniper rifle, considering its low damage, you know, not requiring as many attachments. But I don't know. The loot table is something I've been meaning to do a video on, but I just haven't had time. But the patch feels great. You can follow me on Twitch at WTFMoses, as well as on Twitter at WTFMoses. That's all I really wanted to talk about. Give you my insights, show you the gameplay. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've had a chance to play on the test server, what you like, what you don't like, and what you'd like to see next. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Well, I guess you'll probably be seeing this in the morning, so enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, I'll see you out there.